Hi, if you don't know me yet, I'm Teri, a mindset coach to high-performing leaders who want to get out of their own way so they can live in the zone and perform at their peak effortlessly. There is always a creative solution to any conflict, but as humans, we're driven by emotion, which makes it much harder to look for that resolution or creative way out of the current situation. At first, I will tell you how I work so you understand what brings fast and desirable results. And then I will teach you a few things that you can do by yourself. So what I do, and what's the easiest and fastest way to go at it, is to uncover the underlying and true sources and causes of what led to the situation you are unhappy with right now. Some of it is going to be your and others' emotional reactions, subconscious limiting beliefs, thoughts and sensations, emotions like fear that I will have to dig up what those fears are of. And if there's any kind of bad karma in that relationship, then that will have to be removed as well. Along with all those fears and thoughts and emotions and reactions and triggers, and that will change your perception as well. Once I remove all of those for all parties involved, at that point, everybody is calm and neutral. Now, all the creative ideas can flood in to find a solution that you would have otherwise never seen before. Before you know it, you will forget you ever even had that problem in the first place with each other. The formula works every single time, no exceptions. Now, what can you do by yourself? To make our lives easier, let's prevent conflict in the first place. Conflict develops over time by allowing your emotional reactions and certain behaviors to take place and dominate the interpersonal interaction. It is the result of a chain of events, so in order for that conflict not to become full-blown, prevent it in the first place. Identify and proactively transform negative emotions and impulse to fight, flee, freeze, or fawn when we perceive differences, and don't let it escalate. If you don't want to get fat or sick, for example, you prevent it by not eating junk food or fast food, and you're always physically active and you keep moving. And you take care of your mental and emotional health, and you get massages and balance your hormones, etc., etc., etc. It's the same thing when it comes to conflict. Don't let it get to the point where it goes kaboom.
No, it sticks in the ground and then kaboom.
The second thing I would mention is that it's good to know yourself and know how you respond to conflict. There are 5 different conflict styles: competing, accommodating, compromising, avoiding, and collaborating. You can take a survey and find out which one are you, but most likely you use the different styles depending on the people or the situation involved. When you are involved in a conflict, instead of getting pulled into it and creating infinite amount of fear and frustration and anger and stress, make it your intention to resolve and stop wasting your life on BS.
I knew it. I have always said, Irving, that you are very, very hard to motivate properly. And I knew that Pete was going to go over there and knock some sense into your head. I've been reading this book, Irving. It's by Wayne Dyer, about the power of intention.
And then the next question is how? Stimulate your brain's natural plasticity, shrink the fear center, the amygdala, and strengthen your prefrontal cortex that is related to social connectedness, resilience to stress, and cognitive functioning. You can do that with breath work or the tapping solution, EFT, the emotional freedom technique, right? Recognize your own fears and worries and any other negative emotions prevailing in the situation. Then, if you can, try to do that with the opposing partner. It's very empowering to know what are the emotions driving the conflict and standing in the way of a resolution. And as you become aware of it, you take a lot of its power away. As a result, you will start calming down. And then yawn, stretch more, keep calming yourself even more, do some more tapping, and as you do, start to feel empathy for yourself. Not self-pity, just empathy. Then do the same with your opponent, which is hard when you are mad at somebody, but the more you understand him and the less angry you are, the calmer you are, the more sure it is to resolve the conflict. If you have a hard time having any empathy for your opponent, just imagine them as an innocent 3-year-old. When you are in a discussion with the intention of not losing your cool and staying mindful, use compassionate communication, which is not speaking loudly but quietly. Instead of choosing faster and excited pace, keep it slow. Don't growl or accuse or assume. Instead of becoming rigid in your body, stay flexible and fluid. Keep your cool prefrontal cortex active the whole time. No fear. Stay present. Quiet your inner voice so you can pay attention to the opponent. For positive brainstorming, ask everyone involved to focus on the positive. And here's what I mean. Everybody can come up with ideas. Most of them are not very good or acceptable at first, but as a rule, find something good in it. Even if it's just 1% or 5% or 10%, but something. And then add another idea to it. That made me think of ... What I like about that idea is ... Don't throw it out completely. Don't criticize it and don't resist it. Just find something inspiring about it. Before you know it, people will jump on the positive bandwagon. Another method for dissolving conflict is stating how something or somebody makes you feel, and there might have been some kind of misinterpretation or miscommunication before, and this will start clearing things up. Also, in the middle of the discussion, if you feel under attack, instead of allowing yourself to be taken over by your fears and worries and anxiety and your amygdala to be activated, become increasingly calm and centered like a Jedi, which will allow you to laser focus all your energy on one action at a time without wasting any time and emotional energy, which is money, and on being stressed and scared and disappointed. Just deeply relax and become laser focused on the action. Command your mind and your brain to do that by mindfulness exercises that you can do even in the middle of a meeting, like wiggling your toes or rubbing your fingers together and focusing on the sensation. Run your thought up and down your middle line, your spine from head to toe. Stare at your opponent and find one tiny detail on his skin or hair to focus on visually, or listen to his tone of voice, or focus in on some distant sound, etc. It only takes a few seconds and your brain is already giving the command to your mind and body to take the focus from your negativity to your solution, and you will instantly calm down. It takes some practice, but it's super simple and easy. My dear gentlemen, attitude is altitude. Remove triggers, negative emotions, and misinterpretations, miscommunications. Stay calm, know what you want, and always know that there is a solution. Wish you good luck. Wish you a safe, productive, happy, and healthy day. And if you need any kind of help or assistance, please feel free to contact me, and I'll be happy to be at your service.